your command.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Getting Down with Dave C. Movie night, I guess, right? How is everybody doing tonight? I know it's quite busy out there in old YouTube's land, but I thought, hey, I had fun with the HBO Spawn series. I loved it. We had a few people that hung out every week. It was pretty awesome, man. It was a great show, but unfortunately for us, it ended way too soon. That's what Hollywood does these days, man. And I was quite disappointed. And I remember telling myself, I was like, man, I wish I had kept that show along with when I was a kid, Battlestar Galactica, the original one. And they did the same with this. They had a lot of things they could have gone with for another season. A good storyline, very good storyline with some subplots and all that good stuff. But alas, no, they just don't, I don't know. They get lazy, don't want to spend the money, but then they consider all the money they spend on shows these days. I thought, well, because it was such a brutal show, right? Everybody that had joined me who had watched the HBO animation Spawn knows that it's a pretty brutal show. So I thought we'd kick back tonight and watch an old classic, one of my favorites. I have to say, when people say, "Oh, what's your favorite movie?" and you're like, "Oh, come on, man." I don't know if you can actually, unless you have one, right? Like Snow Dub, he's got one of my favorites, The Thing, man. That's a good movie. This is up there. As you all know, I am a Big Trouble in Little China fan. Love it. Flash, dun, 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 Clytus, I'm bored. I love me some Flash, man. I should have worn the shirt tonight. Just thinking about it. I thought maybe we would do Flash or something next, but I wanted to try to just kind of do little different things, stuff like that. And who knows if I can get The Burbs. I saw some people over on X talking about The Burbs the other day. I was like, I have that. I love that movie. It's a great Tom Hanks movie, despite everything's going on in old H. Wood these days. But without further ado, I just didn't want to show this. I thought maybe it had a booklet or anything in it, but nah, it does not. It's got a great picture in the back, though. Right, him sitting there at old Hanks. That's a Venture Brothers joke. And I forgot, though, it did have some special features, and I didn't try to download. I was like, oh man, I could have tried to download those. I don't want to do it while we're playing the movie. Maybe I'll throw it in there because I don't want to screw anything up while the movie's playing. Cosby can be a little bit temperamental, and we're going to get started here in just a minute. Just wanted to show this. Nothing special about it. No, but it does have the, what do you call, special features? A disc 2. So maybe I'll download that on the YouTube side, because it's commentary. I might be able to get away with it if I do a little video on it, although I'm kind of busy until middle of May. But let's get this rolling. I'm going to stop my cam. I'm heading over to Cosme, everybody. And I guess we can do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. One of my favorites. I have to say. And this is one of those movies where, the cast was just unbelievable. It's perfect. Hello. I hope people can hear me. Man, I love those old style of clothes with the fedora hats and stuff like that. People dressed so nice back then. Papers. Run away! Ice cream man! Oh! It got me. A little weasel stealing his stuff. Oh, what happened? We had like 4 people. Ew. Hey, Claude Rains. Great actor. Twice the number. Rick. That's Dooley Wilson, actor playing on the piano there. And for you to be you. The leading BOGART is the chef in our kitchen. Oh, my hair is kind of curly. Man, look at those suits and how they people dress. I'm always impressed with stuff like that. My grandfather used to dress like that. There he is. You're lucky the bar's open for you. Oh, so good. You got trouble. A whole lot of trouble. Like my wood. We are unhappy. Knock on wood. Dun, dun. We got nothing. We are happy. You're lucky. Let's knock on wood. The writing in this movie is just so fantastic. Woof. I love you. And he bounces her. Wow. That line at the bar? Where were you last night? I can't remember that part. So good, dude. This. Oh, uh-oh. Certainly. Oh no. Eek! Did you notice how he picks up the glass there? I wonder if that was part of the script or not. I think he probably just did that on his own. Mm, no. Come on, Rick. Don't sit with them. Guess he had to, right? And there she is. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Whole lot of trouble. Oh boy. He knows what's coming. Poor Sam. He's like, oh, Rick's going to be not happy when he sees her. Kept it in a note. Uh-oh. I'm subject to no one. And he knows how much trouble this is going to cause Rick when he sees her. I, is that called an honest lie? Just a smile, just a smile. He still say I love you. Chicken pie. Ooh. Dun dun dun. Never drink when you're upset. Boy, he's hurting now, isn't he? Of all the places. Boom. There it is. How many lines in this movie are just absolute classics? Play it again, Sam. Here's looking at you, kid. Of all the beer joint places, you had to walk into mine. Rick, help me, Rick. got dumped. Man, that sucks. Yeah, God, you dumped him. Drowning his sorrows at the bottom of a bottle. Not a good idea. A kiss is just a gift. A smile is just a smile. As time goes by. Pretty horrible veiled reference for that character, right? Oh, that's BS. You dumped him when he was trying to leave Paris with you. She's just saying that. Oh, I don't know if that's true. She said that, but uh-oh. Did it start over? Sorry about that. Let me find out where it was. There we go. Cosmic does that every time I play it, at least once. Hey, man, what's going on? Oh, there's that pickpocket guy again. What's up, man? How you doing? Glad you can make it. You're getting ready to catch the famous scene. Well, there's a bunch of famous scenes, right? And then we've gone through about almost half. Oh man, I'm sure you have. I haven't watched this in a while though. It's one of my favorites. Just, despite my all other ones. Obviously, Big Trouble in Little China, Flash, Blade Runner. You know, this is one of my favorites. There's so many classic scenes in this movie. No, not yet, man. It's coming up right after this fight. Well, Rick knows Elsa's in town. He got drunk and they've talked a couple times. Yeah, man. This movie was made in 1942. So this is right at the about a year after Pearl Harbor, maybe not even a year. Yeah, the piano player was born in the 1800s. Claude Rains was born in 1800 something, you know. But just like the Spawn, and everybody's character in this movie is just great. It's perfect casting. I hope people always caught that line. Yeah, we know what he does for him, right? He says he sticks his neck out for no one, but that's not always true. He only said that to keep up the persona of being a tough guy. I mean, earlier in the movie, he said that. Yeah, he's got to be tough back then, man. He's from New York. He got in a lot of trouble. There's always a backstory to what this character did. I've seen different versions of what happened to him back in the day, but if you remember, he's in Casablanca because he can't really be in America, so he did something pretty bad back in then. Of course, he met her in Paris right before the invasion. He's being a little spiteful there, right? Of course, she did dump him. I mean, she did him pretty bad. I mean, she had excuses, but she did him pretty rough. Yeah, I know, right? It's one of my favorites. I stick my neck out for no one. There he goes, playing tough again. He's a little mad, right? Because they won right after he had talked about him. And even the bartenders and the bar manager there are great characters. He's a little weasel, though. Even everybody loves him. Uh-oh, here we go. This is it, the classic scene. Best thing. Oh, what's the line? Oh, bless the world. Uh-oh. Yeah, Madeline Bo I looked up the characters' names earlier. She was the girl at the beginning at the bar, right? Really pretty woman. She was almost like 90 something, I think, when she passed away. Yeah, yeah, I imagine so. She was like in her late 90s, I believe. There's Claude Rains. Shocked, shocked, I say, to see there's gambling going on. Another classic line. Oh wow, she was really young in this movie, right? I didn't know. I didn't look her up. The girl, yeah, yeah. Even in the movie, Rick says that she's too young to be in the bar. Although I doubt that they probably had a 21 age limit there. Maybe Rick did, but Is that Buddy Hepburn? Hey, buddy. The lighting in this movie is phenomenal, right? Oh, they better not, right? They better not remake this. Well, not just one woman, you. Not just any other woman. Oof, that's rough. Even for Rick, that's rough. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, please. I mean, we know what happens, but at this point, do you think he really believes her? I guess he wants to, though. Well, we know that. And you got to know he's not going to want her to stay there with the occupation, no matter what, right? Yep. It's funny. It's not even one of my favorite lines of the movies. Oh, that's right. I forgot he had the bet with him about it. You don't. I don't think so. His scruples are pretty low. I love how Rick takes care of everybody. Sam, Sasha, the bar manager. That's pretty cool. Yeah, would have already gone off, right? Oops. Which isn't really funny, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, totally true. Yeah. Well, she was going to leave her husband there, right? Wow. She's so confused, crazy. When's the baddie showing up? Yay. Great. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. And there it is, folks. What a great movie. One of the all-time best. And we talk about all the one-liners and all these movies and stuff like that. Tombstone, Jaws, and I'm going back to the YouTube side so we can talk a little bit. And let me leave there, go into StreamYards and take off my overlay there. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. There we go. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. No, they don't make them like this anymore. And every other line in this movie is almost a classic, right? The ending is just phenomenal. You just don't know when you first watch it. Long time ago. Instantly loved it, right? Yeah, I mean, you just trying to remake this would just be an absolute travesty, but we know that they don't care over there in Hollywood about what they do anymore. I'm not even following all this crap about what's going on with Andor and Star Wars. I don't even care. I mean, I guess we'll talk about it probably Sunday night or sometime during the week. But anyway, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week, guys. I've got quite a list. As you know, Tim and Buddy and everybody, that I have to be able to download it. But I might spring for Crunchyroll or HBO Max, depending on. I don't know if I want to do anime a show on Thursdays. I might make it a separate night and keep this as an open night for anything. I was actually thinking about The Burbs, if I can get it to download. Captain Blood, good old school pirate movie. And if you're not familiar with Captain Blood, I wonder what year that was made. That was 1935. And I remember watching that with Errol Flynn and I think Basil Rathbone, as you guys would all know, that Basil Rathbone was the Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, we could do those. I mean, over in Cosme. Yeah, that's 1950s Treasure Island. I love Captain Blood. I don't know if you guys have seen it with Errol Flynn and Basil Rathbone. And it's a phenomenal movie. I actually had it downloaded and I tried putting it on YouTube because I thought it was in the what are they called? The where you could play it, right? When it falls into public domain. But they wouldn't let me. And it worked for a little bit and then it got booted. So they'll let me play the trailer on YouTube. I have that. But I'm thinking we'll do the movie. And I might try to download it again, but I think the music or something in there gets you all the time with a lot of these movies. So you have to use here on the Cosme side, obviously, right? Unless you want to do those movie reviews where you sit here and talk about them and then show it. Could always do that with movies afterward, but if you just watched it, no sense in really sitting there and talking about it unless you want to do that. So we shall see. We shall see for next week. I guess I will decide sometime later. Was you thinking about Muppet Treasure Island? I know you put 1950s Treasure Island, but I love the Muppet Treasure Island. It's got some great sing-alongs, and being a kid, I remember watching the Muppets, Waldorf, Statler, Animal, all just Rizzo and all those characters. So Gonzo and Rizzo, Fozzie, and then the main characters. But Treasure Island has Tim Curry and bunch of good actors in there. I can't think of it. The Irish, the Black Spot. I can't think of his name right now. Oh man, I got to look it up. I have to figure out what is his daggone name. Muppet Treasure Island. Wow, 96. That's been around for so long. Of course, Tim Curry was in it. Billy Connolly. Jeez, yeah. Billy Connolly was in it. and him and Tim Curry. Wow, that's a hell of a cast right there, right? So maybe we might do that if I can get it to work. But anyway, guys, I need to kind of head out. Don't have anybody really hanging out, talking, chatting. Don't have anything else to talk about really, except how great this movie was. It's just like I said, I'm a Flash guy. Big Trouble in China, obviously. Oh, Blade Runner, Highlander, but out of the sci-fi, of course, Star Wars, Star Trek, a couple of the first ones, right? I like, and then I'm pretty eclectic with a lot of different movies. I'll dive into some tons of anime movies. Muppet Treasure Island, like I was talking about. The Burbs, love The Burbs, it's hilarious. If I can get that to work, I'll do Burbs or Captain Blood next week if I can remember. I've got the Transformers movie, but I know a lot of people don't like that movie. The diehards, it wasn't all that great, but I have it. So maybe I'll just throw that in an afternoon or something. Yeah, you could do the 90s Flash TV show. Gosh, I barely remember that, man. Some of the shows are so old school. I forget all the stuff that's been made, right? I mean, we could even do. I'm just trying to think of some silly movies that people. I do want to do Flash Gordon, only because I haven't seen it in a while, and I love Brian Blessed in that movie. Gordon's alive, and of course the soundtrack. You can only watch that on Cosme. There's no way you can play that. You'd have to. The music alone will get you nuked here on the old YouTubes. But yeah, Captain Blood, The Burbs, Muppet Treasure Island. I've got a few lined up already. And then I need to redo the Ice Pirates, but I want to get a bunch of people on with that. That's such a great movie. I might even try to talk to Nick Weiser about doing that on Tuesday night. Get me on for Tuesday night Ice Pirates because it's so good. Maybe I'll do like a watch party because I know his lineup is probably the Space Surfers. I keep talking about redoing it. As you know, I did it last year, but the music bled over from my other laptop because I didn't understand how to really use Cosme, and YouTube blanked the whole show. And we wound up talking about that movie for like 2 hours, and we had a really good show afterward. And I think I said this before. Sorry if I repeat myself, but I forgot that I could just have edited out the movie and kept the conversation and then uploaded that whole 2-hour conversation with a bunch of people. It was Dad Man. I think even Hungry Boy, maybe. A bunch of people came in and watched that, and it was a hit. People love it. It's so good. I might do that again soon. I love the Ice Pirates. It's so cheesy. It's so good. It's toxic as hell. So I'm open. Maybe I haven't even asked Nick to do it. Maybe I'll throw it out there to see if he'll want to do it. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. I've got some things I need to try to do, or at least maybe get to bed. I'm kind of up now, right? So I drank some coffee so I could be alert and paying attention. That damn Cosme, guys, it always skips. Remember, Tim? It skipped, buddy. It skips every week. And I didn't think it was going to do it because it was a downloaded movie onto the laptop part, but not from a DVD. I think I downloaded that from the old internet somewhere. Even though I have it, maybe it didn't work that way. So I had to figure out a way to get it done. And it still skipped. And that damn Cosme. So I've got to pay attention to the timestamp no matter what I do. So I have to pick a bunch of movies and stuff that I want to watch too, right? Because I can't just go walk off because it can skip to the beginning at any time. It did it pretty late, this one, like almost an hour in, I think. And it skipped. But yeah, we'll have a whole list. I'm thinking about doing another night, specialty night, maybe Godzilla night, a animation night, the open night for Thursdays, just a late decision type of thing, keeping in mind, obviously, that I'm trying to make people happy with their suggestions. It just doesn't always work out that way. I mean, I've got a slew of movies and trying to pick stuff that Flash Gordon's probably going to be in there, even though people have seen it. It's still such a great one to watch. Old school stuff that people haven't seen in a while, like The Burbs. And it got mentioned on X the other day, and I was like, oh, wow, a lot of people like The Burbs. And I was like, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because I love it. So I imagine a lot of people with our similar tastes are going to love that movie. I mean, it's got such a great cast as well, with Dern in there. He played that crazy neighbor. It was so good. And I can't think of which one of the kids, the younger guys in that. Well, let's look it up because he was in Lost Boys. Which one was that? Who's in The Burbs was in the Lost Boys there. Let's see. The Burbs. I know it's Hanks, Dern, Corey Feldman. And of course, Carrie Fisher's in it. She plays Hank's wife, but the old crazy doctor, what's his name? Henry Gibson. You have to see the face, Dr. Klopchek, right? And that's a good movie. It's funny. Courtney Gaines, a couple other people you'd recognize. Rick Ducommun, who passed away. Bruce Dern, stuff like that. So. All right, well, let me roll on out. Everybody have a good night. I think there's just a ton of other people streaming. I guess they're still up. I know Admiral Teague's out there. I think Snowdub's out there. Dadman might be out there. Who knows? I think maybe even Comics Division might be out there. It's only like 11, so plenty of the YouTube stuff. With that being said, everyone, thank you so much for popping in. FKHC 2005, Buddy Hepburn. And I think we had some other people might have been lurking. We had somebody stop in and say hello. But with that, I guess I will maybe see you Friday night. Mark D with a C does Fortnite, but it's always kind of a late thing. I'm just assuming that he's doing it. JT and T does Star Trek on Saturday night. And then Mark D with a C, I will always try to make that show if I can. It usually goes on for 3-4 hours on Mark's channel on Sunday night, usually 10 p.m. Eastern. That's a good show. I like being on there, although I can't make it all the time. So, all right, guys, take care. Have a good night. And thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it.